Coming up on First at 4, Eastern Kentucky lawmakers are taking time to celebrate the wins budget funding has brought to the area. Plus, today is Kentucky Gives Day. See how Kentuckians are coming together to help our local charities.
Plus, we are tracking rounds of storms, and some could be severe. Your forecast on the way as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Huntsley. First at 4, chances of damaging winds, large hail, and even isolated tornadoes will be possible throughout Kentucky during the next 48 hours. WYMT First Alert meteorologist Cameron Aaron is here with more on what to expect. Cameron.
Yeah, Steve, we actually had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier today for parts of Rowan and Elliott counties. Now, right now, we have no warnings in place, but we are still tracking some thunderstorms at this hour. Let's go to First Alert Pinpoint Doppler, and you can see most of the action right now in the Big Sandy Valley, close to the Kentucky and West Virginia border. Let's zoom into a heavier thunderstorm close to the Martin and Lawrence County lines. That will continue pushing off to the east, so a first alert in Wayne County, West Virginia, a heavier thunderstorm pushing into your direction. Also tracking this heavier downpour pushing out of Buchanan County into parts of West Virginia at this hour as well. And some more light to moderate showers for parts of Laurel County, pushing into Clay County, close to downtown Manchester, and one not too far away from Whitesburg over in Letcher County at this hour. We do have a level 2 slight risk of severe weather in place for this evening, also pushing into parts of tonight. So we are not done with the severe weather chance just yet, as we could still see a few more showers and storms to close out your Tuesday. Most of us right now in the 60s and 70s, but notice we are rebounding close to I-75 up to 81 for Somerset, Monticello, also in Lexington at this hour. We stay mild for this evening. Those temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. A few off and on showers and thunderstorms are possible, and some of those could pack a punch, but another round of severe weather is possible tomorrow. More details on that Wednesday severe weather chance coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thanks. There are plenty of concerns about the impending weather, and Governor Andy Beshear addressed Kentuckians this afternoon, saying you need to be prepared.
One of our biggest concerns is tornadoes or flooding in the late night hours. You need to be weather aware and make sure you can get that information even after you've gone to bed.
And we suggest the best way to do that is downloading our WYMT weather app for 24/7 digital weather. To a big sports story breaking today, Trent Noah, who led Harlan County to a 13th region title and a state runner-up finish, was granted a release from his national letter of intent at South Carolina and will not be a Gamecock this fall. WYMT's Armando Berry joins us now with more on what all this means. Armando?
Hey Steve, at approximately 12:46 p.m. today, Trent Noah announced his latest career move via social media. Here's a part of a quote from Noah's announcement saying, quote, "I will be reopening my recruitment with hopes of pursuing basketball opportunities closer to home," end quote. This is potentially exciting stuff for any UK fans who hope to see another homegrown player added to the men's basketball team that has recently featured Laurel County's Reed Shepard and will have Lyon County's Travis Perry this coming season. If Noah comes to UK, he will be the first athlete from Harlan Independent or Harlan County to play basketball for the Wildcats since Dickie Parsons in the late 1950s and early 60s. Audrey Hausberger is in Harlan County, and we will have more reaction about this huge development with Trent Noah. That's going to be coming up at 5:30 and 6. Steve?
All right, looking forward to that. Armando, thank you. Eastern Kentucky lawmakers made multiple stops in the region today as a chance to celebrate funding being brought to the area. Senate President Robert Stivers, State Senators Johnny Turner, Brandon Storm, Philip Wheeler, and Representative Chris Fugate all came through Hazard today. They say improving the region is always on their minds when they are working in Frankfort. Senator Wheeler says fighting for funding in the region feels more like a labor of love than anything.
For us, this is coming home. This is where we live. This is where we serve. And, you know, this is where we want to deliver transformative change for a region that suffered a lot in the last 15 years or so.
We'll have more about their visit and what this latest budget session means for Eastern Kentucky tonight at 6 and 11. Today marks the annual Kentucky Gives Day, a day designed to help nonprofits raise money. The efforts are through the Kentucky Nonprofit Network. Eastern Kentucky is home to many nonprofits, including the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, which has played a big role in flood recovery. Community Engagement Officer Zach Hall says the foundation casts a wide net to affiliates across the region.
We try to plug each of those affiliates and give them a project that they can work towards raising funding for, and we have several of those that are going on right now.
One of those projects is the new Hazard Perry County Boys and Girls Club. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky is working with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Appalachia to get it started. Hall says it's something people in the area have hoped would come together for a long time. Kentucky State Police are investigating a cockfighting operation in south central Kentucky. Police say they rounded up more than a dozen people Sunday. An animal wellness group says they knew of the operation and called for help. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what took place.
Most of those charged were actually cited to court facing these misdemeanor charges, including the property owner Leo Harris and his son Christopher Harris, based on what police say was taking place there at that facility in the Bethel Ridge community. Now, Kentucky State Police say when they showed up Sunday, there were a bunch of people running away from that facility. People in the area told troopers that there had been chicken fighting taking place. Among those that spoke to police were people with the national group Animal Wellness Action. They say they have seen this activity take place in a lot of locations all around the state. They say that it's worse here than in other states.
The more elaborate operations, and some of these are very elaborate, contain those very features. They're typically in a large enclosure. They have the cage so the birds, can't get away. They have opportunities to buy sodas.
Kentucky State Police say that where this all happened was at a home owned by Leo Harris. Christopher Harris told police, according to an arrest citation, that he grew up in the home owned by his father, Leo Harris. In Casey County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
According to police, most of the people were cited to court since they were charged with misdemeanors. Kentucky currently does not have a law allowing felony charges in cases like this. Coming up on First at 4, a major milestone missed by Boeing. The launch of its Starliner spacecraft is delayed once again. The reason why: the mission was scrubbed.
Plus, we are not done with the severe weather chances just yet. Those details after this break.